a great story. I think we showed our clothes well, and we didn't go over the top.
Okay, models, before we evaluate your work, we want to ask you a few questions.
All right, Perry?
Which is why I was surprised to see just a tad overacting for the first time from you at the catwalk today.
I mean, it's a dramatic piece, and you want to capture that. I mean, we're on a catwalk. You know, we've walked with goats and ducks and...
Right.
I think it's so hard to say that somebody's overacting in a situation given tonight. I mean, it was all about putting on a production, and they certainly did that.
Either they do it right or they don't.
Ben, how did it feel to be in your hometown?
Oh, it was awesome. I think it was that slap in the face that I needed.
What changed for you this week?
Being in the bottom so much and, you know, just having the support of America, really, just believing in me. And then Corey's comment where he said he thought America voted wrong.
I think you really did very, very well, Ben. The stiffness worked to your advantage this week. One of your photos is my favorite in the whole bunch. I really think it's an editorial shot that belongs in Italian Vogue. I think it's a beautiful shot.
Okay, Holly, the catwalk, you were so animated and believable, and you fall into your roles very easily.
It was just so awesome, like the whole week. It was just like a tour and like really high fashion, and like that's ultimately like what I want to do.
Can I just say one thing that I noticed last time? Stand up, put your shoulders back a little bit. Just stand differently. Thank you. I think that sometimes that's a little distracting to me, it's just your posture.
Moving on to Ronnie.
Ronnie, I didn't think your catwalk was so good this week. I've seen you do stronger. I was kind of wanting to get a little bit more animation from you, more so on the stronger tip. Because if Ben was the killer, then were you his assistant or were you a killer too?
I wasn't Ben's assistant. Perry was actually the leader of our kind of a cult group. And we were all working together.
So if that's the boss, then you guys are the muscle. And I only saw muscle on one side.
Photo assignment wasn't exactly your forte. You know, Ben and Perry are a bit more edgy and more serious looking than you are.
Shannon, as you claim to be a goth girl, you should have shined in this. You know, the catwalk wasn't your best. The way you expressed yourself, I didn't read goth. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it.
This photo shoot, you didn't look comfortable. I was wondering why you didn't feel more relaxed.
Well, it's certainly awkward to be lying in that position, but I wasn't uncomfortable at all.
Ronnie, how was it working with Shannon on this one?
I have to be honest, it was a little difficult working with her in this photo shoot. I wasn't really feeling the energy from her that day.
You think it's because she's having to lie down? It's very difficult to, you know.
No, I don't actually, because the photographer put us in 2 more different positions, and in both of those positions, he was still getting a little frustrated. He wasn't able to really get the shots that he was looking for.
Shannon, what do you think about it?
The comments that Ronnie said, it bothers me. I feel like if you guys said, Shannon, excellent photo, absolutely perfect, that his response would have followed suit.
I don't believe so. Like, the most difficult part with working with Shannon was I didn't feel the chemistry was there. I think she's done really great in this competition, but I kind of felt like she had it in the bag and she just didn't bring it.
Well, I never at any point throughout the competition will feel like I have anything in the bag.
I've noticed when you guys give Shannon criticisms, she always kind of answers with a question. You really didn't like that?
I feel that I do take the criticism. I feel that I really like the photo, and that's my personal opinion. So I'm surprised that you didn't like it.
Well, Shannon, think of it this way. If you have a client and they don't like the photo and they're paying for your salary, if they're not happy with it, they don't care what you think.
Thank you, models. Please leave the catwalk while we evaluate your work of the photo shoot and on the catwalk and decide who the winner is and which 2 of you will be up for the vote. All right, let's talk about Perry. I thought he had a very strong catwalk.
My problem was with the a little going over the board.
It was all about performing tonight. It was a choreographed, fun performance.
But even then, he's excelled so well with the acting.
Right.
Knowing that and knowing him, I just think he went a little overboard.
I like Perry. I think he's a good model. I'm just saying I question whether he can deliver anything more than this one look.
What do you say about Ronnie, who's only got that one catalog style to him.
Well, I wouldn't have cast him in a goth editorial shoot because that's not who he is. It's very hard for him to pull off goth, serious, edgy, and hard. But I think he's giving it his best try.
And unfortunately, I'm afraid that Shannon maybe did bring him down with this shoot. I don't understand why.
I think it's because she feels that because she's done well in the past, that she had it in the bag.
Do you
And
think
that's,
so?
I really did.
Even the photographer said she needed to relax and be more feminine.
Right.
I didn't see feminine from this dress that she was selling out here on the catwalk.
Right. What did you think when Shannon said that Ronnie just will say whatever he thinks that we're thinking?
I thought it was classless.
Right. She can't. She has to have the last word.
Yeah, exactly. And to see
Right.
that kind of Shannon, it's like, ooh.
Right.
Okay, we're moving on to Holly.